I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing that I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do.
Step aggressively towards your fear. And that step towards your fear is the step into bravery.
In life, you have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do. And just go fucking get it.
Here's another thing about rituals, yeah? Rituals. Rituals is another word for fear. I could warm up in this chair and throw me out there and I'm still gonna perform. I'm still gonna go out and do what I do. There is no rituals. Rituals to me is another word for fear. Superstitions and all that shit. Just another word for fear. And I don't fear nothing.
Fear is my friend. I love fear. Fear allows me to reach my highest potential. The fear of failing is an illusion.
Yeah.
Fear is an illusion. But we have to have desire. We have to have something that pushes us. Fear pushes us.
You have to have a delusional mindset.
Yeah.
You have to be so far out there to believe that it's possible. You grow up, people are broke. I look at all my high school buddies. They're working very low paying jobs. Like, I get it. Like, life isn't easy. But you can create the delusion of scarcity or the delusion of abundance. And I just decided to create the delusion of abundance, that it was possible, that I could make more money, that I could build better networks, that I could actually provide value to people.
Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion, because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional?
You're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius. People think you're too obsessed. You're a weirdo. Stop only making videos. Like, get a life. Be realistic. People will convince you you're out of your mind for wanting to do this. Then once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then?
You have to be crazy enough to think that it's possible. That's how you fucking do something worthwhile. That's how you beat the fucking odds. You have to believe it's possible.
I missed out so many parties and I used to think, oh my god, that's the party of the year. But then as you grow up, you realize there's a party every other day. But there's these opportunities for you to reach your goal. They don't come every day.
There was no outsiders. It was isolation. It was visualization. It was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life. You know what I mean? To get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game.
Fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere.
With all due respect to everyone, fuck everyone. I'm just here for my own self. This is something in me that I'm just itching to get.
Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all fucked up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything is out the fucking window. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the fuck over it. They no longer want you. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get after it, stay hard. A lot of us give total control to life. We don't have any control of it. We just give all control to life. I do this shit every morning to prepare my mind for what life's gonna throw at me. In combat, you wear body armor. But what we do wrong is we don't strengthen our minds. You might have sore legs, sore back, sore shoulder. So, the struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You gotta get harder. No one cares what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. Those who take me literally. So, I'm a cheerleader for those who want to be better.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
And sometimes going at it alone. All the time going at it alone. Because no one's going to believe in you.
Most people will not understand your obsession, your drive, and your determination. Success is a lonely journey. That's just a reality. And most people are not going to understand why you're so driven, why you're so obsessed. And if you try and make them understand, you're going to end up frustrated. The best advice I can tell you is go on the journey by yourself.
you have to go dark. What I mean by that is you have to be quiet in your mind. Get away from people. We love being around people. We love talking. We love parties. We love all that shit. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes, man.
There's that quote about the ironic tragedy is that life has to be lived forward but only makes sense in reverse.
Right. Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived.
To live in the now, because if you live in the future, you're anxious. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the now, you're happy.
Life continue. Past is past, it never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's going to happen tomorrow.
What I'm saying is I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. As soon as these things line up, I'm going to live my life.
I was not always this strong guy you see. I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him. I went through a lot of hard times in my life to get here today. At the bottom of insecurities, fear, self-doubt, lies, was me buried in the fucking fetal position. But I sat around and read a book on the Medal of Honor. And those guys, all I wanted to be was an uncommon man. In my whole life, I was not that. How I got out of that was recognizing it, being honest with it, being truthful with it, and then fixing it. I walked in the recruiter's office and he looked at me and he said, "You're fat and you're black." I said I want to be a Navy SEAL. I didn't know there'd only been 35 African-American Navy SEALs at that time. He looked at me and said, "There's only been 35 African-Americans in 70 years make it through." You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be?
News check. Nobody cares. Reality check. Nobody cares about your problems. Nobody cares about what you wear. Nobody cares about what you think. Nobody cares because everybody has a complex life with their own problems, their own difficulties, their own challenges. The last thing I'm going to be worried about is impressing some random person that doesn't really even care about me.
A friendly reminder that in 3 generations, everyone who knew us will be dead, including the people whose opinions stopped you from doing what you wanted all along. Imagine that someone you know achieves every dream and hits every goal they have. Years later, they get old and die. 2 years after that, how much do you care? About as much as everyone else will if you accomplish your goals and dreams. Do it for you.
Nobody cares about you. And I mean that in the most positive, optimistic, inspiring, motivating way.
I thought everybody cares about me. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares. It's only a small percentage of population. Nobody gives a damn. And even if they do, what? You make a mistake, you zig when you should have zagged, you get clipped. So what?
The mentality of a warrior is very different than normal mentality. You must be that person on that door, get ready to open it, thinking to yourself, if I die, so be it.
Those who have swords and know how to use them, but keep them sheathed, will inherit the world. No, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. It's like, no, you should be a monster.
You should be ruthlessly ambitious.
And then you should learn how to control it.
And it's that old expression. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me fucking happy what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak.
And that was the mistake that I made, is it was just like, how do I race to the top of the mountain? Not like, how do I enjoy each part of this journey? And the journey is where it's at. You know, here we are, 3,000 feet, like the view's great. Here we are, 5,000 feet, the view's better. You know, here we are at 7,000 feet, the view's better. For me, it was just like top, get to the top. It's like, okay, view's cool. Like, what's the next mountain?
The people who win love the climb. And the real mountain has no peak. And so the view is always present the whole way up the climb.
Achieving the result is never as good as what you think it's going to feel like. Having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun.
And sometimes if you concentrate on the North Star too much, you don't even enjoy it. Enjoying the ride, enjoying the fucking journey. I mean, that's another thing. You know, it's about the journey. Ooh, fucked up that expression, but it's real. It is really about the journey. Yeah. It's just hard when you're when you're not where you want to be in life. It's hard to think that way. All you want is that thing, but you gotta somewhere along the line figure out how to enjoy yourself.
You want to become best, you want to become champion, and now you want to say like you're tired. Who cares?
Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
Fuck your tired body, fuck that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway. You know, you better fight yourself, because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way. You got to figure out when your body's fighting you, when your mind's fighting you. How do you still, just say, fuck it, I'm gonna beat my mind today.
Like, I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man, get up again tomorrow, get up again tomorrow, get up again tomorrow. The next day, get up, keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
Even if you're at rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. So it's never a bad thing to be at rock bottom. It's a good thing, actually, because you can really search yourself and find out who you are and what you really want. Because at rock bottom, you don't do anything else apart from soul search.
What have you got to lose?
Exactly. If everybody who's like at the bottom and feels like they have nothing going for them, reframe that as, I have nothing going for me, which also means that I have nothing to lose by taking action, it makes you a much more dangerous person.
The man who never fell, has no glory. The man who fell and got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory.
There's only one way, one direction. If you're at the bottom, there's only one way, but you got to look up.
If you're an underdog, man, the beauty of being someone who has to go through struggle, because you get that. If there's no struggle, if there's no struggle, then it's nothing. There's no journey.